Okay, well, you see what he happened was Medusa had stolen Odysseus's wifey's mirror, aka Penelope. So Medusa stole Penelope's mirror, and I know you're probably wondering, why the heck would Medusa want anything to do with mirrors? Like, she looks in the mirror, she turns to stone. And I totally see where you're coming from. But I have an answer. And the answer is that Medusa was told by an oracle that she was going to die. And she was going to die by a magical mirror. So she stole the magical mirror from Odysseus's wifey, which is Penelope. And so she was trying to protect herself from dying, which I guess we could all understand, but you know, still like, really? Really, Medusa? Oh, Oracle, please help me.
Medusa, I knew you would be here.
Please tell me what's going to happen.
You will one day be killed by a magical mirror.
That's quite tragic for Medusa, if you ask me. That's how would you like to hear that you're going to be destroyed by a mirror? That's not a good day. Okay. So, I know y'all wondering what happened next, Okay, well, you see what happened was Odysseus was on his way to West Africa because that's where Medusa was. So he was going to West Africa to try to find Medusa to get Penelope's mirror back. But while Odysseus was on his way to West Africa, his trusty steed, Pegasus, was flying around the ocean. And I guess Pegasus got a little bit lost because he was going to the Island of the Winds to try to find the Wind Keep because he needed to get the bag of winds in order to fly. So, you know, that makes sense, right? But what doesn't make sense is, why is he roaming around the ocean? Like, what are you doing, Pegasus? You got those wings, fly over land. Well, anyway, he caused a very, very tragic event for his owner. You see, Pegasus dropped the bag of winds. And when he dropped the winds, it released this giant windstorm. And Odysseus was not okay with that.
10 miles east to West Africa.
Okay. So, because this terrible storm was happening, and it was very windy, Odysseus and his crew of 30 men had to jump off of the ship, which, you know, that makes sense. So they have to swim to the land, which, that's not very good if you gotta swim to land when it's far away. That's not good.
Jump off the ship. The winds are too strong.
We need food
And land.
Odysseus and his men he only had 10 people left. When they reached land, they had no clue where they were. They were trying to go to West Africa, and somehow they ended up in the Americas. Whoop-de-doo. So they're in America, and they were wandering for food and water and shelter, but it turns out that they only found a woolly mammoth, which I guess could be food, but you know, in order for that to be food, you gotta kill it. And they didn't kill it. You see, Odysseus grabbed the mammoth's tusk when it was charging at them, and he flipped himself onto the woolly mammoth's back. And when he landed on the woolly mammoth's back, he blacked out. Like, he passed out, man. Like, that was, woo. And then, as he blacked out, the giant beast trampled the rest of Odysseus' men.
Oh, look, it's a monstrous creature. Run!
when Odysseus awakens and he is re-invited into the universe, he is floating down the Amazon River on a mammoth's tusk. And that is when his vision focuses and he sees a hermaphrodite in front of him, which he did not know at the time. He thought it was a hermaphrodite, but actually it was a drag queen. And the drag queen told Odysseus that his name was Jaquisha. And you see, Jaquisha was actually Poseidon, but Odysseus had no clue. You know, Odysseus is supposed to be all wise and stuff, but he didn't know that the drag queen was Poseidon, so.
Hi, hello, my name is Jaquisha. How you doing, boo?
Good.
That's real good. I seen you floating down the river for about a day now, boo.
Yeah, where am I?
You is in the Amazon, girl. Look around. You see all? Look at this. I'm sitting on a little alligator. You is in the Amazon.
Okay.
You've been doing good, boo. I see you awakened now, girl. Let's go.
After Odysseus discusses his travels with Jaquisha, Jaquisha says that he can help Odysseus. And that is when Jaquisha claps his hands and all of a sudden a time machine storm appears. And time machines are falling from the sky. That is not something you see every day. Let me tell you, honey. Oh man.
So what brings you here?
Medusa has stolen my wife's mirror and I need to get it back.
I can help you with that. Back to the 1970s. Follow me.
You see, Jaquisha told Odysseus that going into the future was going to fix all of Odysseus' problems with Medusa. But Odysseus had no idea that Poseidon was actually planning to kill Odysseus for his long-lasting grudge from the Trojan War. So Jaquisha and Odysseus end up going into a time machine that leads to the 1970s. And when they get to the 1970s, they go into a thrift shop. And in the thrift shop, Jaquisha gives Odysseus a makeover because, let's face it, Odysseus at that time was not suited to be in the 1970s. So Jaquisha had to fix that up.
Oh, what did we get to you today? No. Oh, I like this. Go put your hands up. Come on, Odysseus. Get your hands in there. Pull that right on yours, but real nice. Okay. Ooh, I like this one too. Put your little arm out. Oh yes, Odysseus. More like Odysseus. Oh my gosh. You so cute. Okay, now let's go.
So Odysseus and Jaquisha go into a disco club where they go into the bathroom. And when they go into the bathroom, they have a rap battle, which is between Medusa and Odysseus. And Odysseus ends up winning the rap battle, and he flushes Medusa's head down the toilet. And that was the end of Medusa. That solved all of Odysseus's problems. Or at least that's what you think.
Yeah. Yo. Because I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but another don't.
Your hair's so messy. It needs a new dressing.
So Jaquisha gets Odysseus drunk, and he does that to distract him. And let me tell you, Odysseus got very distracted.
One white wine for the fine gentleman, please. Thank you. So, how have you been?
Great.
Okay, well you see, Jaquisha and Odysseus are in the club, and you know, they're drunk, so the two scooty poop in the middle of the bathroom. And that is when Jaquisha's wig falls off, revealing Poseidon. And then Poseidon attacks Odysseus while Odysseus is still in shock, realizing that he was fooled this whole time. And when Poseidon draws his trident, then Athena comes in out of nowhere. Like Athena just like, she pops in the scene like that. And when she was there, she blocked Odysseus' trident, saving Odysseus. And then Pegasus came flying in, knowing that his master needed help, even though he put his master in this situation in the first place. And he came and he took Odysseus back through the time machine.
Odysseus. Jaquisha. Odysseus! Come back!
So then Pegasus and Odysseus fell through the door of Miss Fahey's classroom when Miss Fahey jumps up from her desk and worships Pegasus and Odysseus. And it's magical.
By the works of Poseidon, who pretended to be a drag queen. Literally. And then we had a rap battle, and I won. And I killed Medusa. And we are not worthy!
Do it, everyone. We are not worthy.
We are not worthy.
So then one of Miss Fahey's students picks up their mythology book and points out to Odysseus that they are currently reading Odysseus's story, like, you know, what was going on in his life. And then Odysseus read ahead in the myth and realized that his next adventure was to defeat Hades. And, you know, it's when you get to the year 2015, you can read ahead, then you can plan ahead, you know, how to defeat people and whatnot. Pipe down!
Odysseus, we're reading about you in our mythology book.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Wow, it says I have to go to the land of the dead to retrieve the mirror from Hades.
Let's go, Pegasus.
So Medusa had given the mirror to Hades to give to Persephone because Medusa didn't want to kill herself, but she didn't want to be defeated by the mirror either, and she knew she trusted Hades, so she gave it to him. So Odysseus went to the land of the dead, but in order to get into the land of the dead, Odysseus had to look dead. So with the help of Athena, Odysseus got his little makeup on and he looked dead.
Ooh, Boo's texting me. Ooh, hello, Persephone.
Then Odysseus got into the underworld, you know, the land of the dead. And when he got there, Hades was texting his boo thing, aka Persephone. And so then Odysseus tricked Hades by calling him over, and he used the voice of Persephone, kind of like this. And so then Hades totally fell for it. Like, I swear, everyone in this myth is an idiot. So then Hades fell for it, and he's like, oh my God, Persephone. And then you just see what happens.
Hades, help me!
Persephone, my love.
Victory!
So then, after Odysseus tricked Hades, then he got the mirror back and he took it back to Persephone. But when he got back to Persephone, Persephone was not very okay with the fact that Odysseus cheated on her with the drag queen. So he got a little sin slapped into him by Penelope.
Odysseus, you cheated on me with a drag queen?
I thank you all for coming to Storytime today with me, Jessica MacMillan. Y'all can purchase this book online at my store, jessicalauren.org, or you can pick it up in Miss Fahey's classroom. You might have to rent it. I don't know what she's charging these days. But thank you for listening to The Drag Queen Part 1. I don't think that's what it's actually called, but the author died before they could give it a title, so I just titled it then.